There we go. Now, we left at lesson task 5 yesterday. So let's see, we have task 6. If it's easy, I'm going to skip it. If not, I'm going to do it. But this lesson is pretty interesting because it gives you a bunch of tasks. You try to match the shapes, make them bigger, smaller, adding colors. It's pretty interesting. I did with 6th graders, by the way, a couple of years ago. So it shouldn't be that much difficult for you as well. Now here, the program uses 4 parameters version of rectangle and ellipse to draw a simple scene like this. So you see I have a ground, I have a sky, and I have a sun, right? So when we run, some things are off. What is off? Apparently this ground rectangle is not long enough, right? So if you guys remember, well, let's locate the ground, draw grass. This is the grass. So first one is X, second one is Y, third one is W, which is width, and then the fourth one is height. So what am I changing here, guys? Am I changing the width or height? I need to make it wider, right? So instead of 200, I think I need to make it all the way down, which is 400. So just assign 400, and then you will see that it's going to be exactly like in the picture. There we go. All right. That's how we do number 6, proceeding to number 7. So on number 7, there's going to be more than one challenges, I think. It's loading. Yeah. So if you guys do all of them, that's definitely, you're gonna definitely benefit from it. But at this point, since we don't have too much time, time is limited, we just pick one and just do one. Okay? Preferably the one I did not do now. So I'm gonna do A, try to do C or B. But again, if you still do A, I still give you full credit. But I just suggest you to try to another one, whichever I don't do now. So debug hidden. So the code below should be making a pretty picture, but right now only one ellipse is showing up. So apparently, what could have been the problem? Because we have a lot of ellipses, only one showing up. So what could it be is it could be that the biggest ellipse, which is all the way on the back, it should be on the back, but apparently it's at the top, right, in the front. So what is a front for a line in terms of line? The last line is usually lays on the top of the pictures, right? So if you look at the last line, which is the top of the scene, it says red. So if I were to move this, okay, if I were to move this up to the line number 1, along with its ellipse as well, let's reset this first. So if I move ellipse and the red all the way up, then comes the orange. Yes, orange. Then comes yellow, yellow, green, green, blue, and so on. Yes, it should work now. So what I did is I moved the end of the line to the front of the to the beginning of the line, switching the front scene to the back scene. When you guys run this, you'll see that the problem is resolved. Okay, so this red was in front of all the circles. I made it back to behind all the circles. Okay, clicking on finish and going to E. So 8 is assessment. It's gonna check your knowledge. So I'm going to skip it. Let's do it on your own. But I want to just see what it is. Number 8, yeah. So number 8, I'm gonna check if you did it right, okay? So you're supposed to have something like this. Or now that the grass is working, let's add a cloud to the sky. Unfortunately, it looks like a little funny right now. Let's see how it looks. Yeah. So we have to make this into this. So it's upright. We need to make it horizontally, right? But changing some parameters, please figure it out on your own. But you can obviously tell what can be changed, right? So this comes this. All right, and the last 9 for challenges. There should be a lot of challenges. I'm gonna choose only one, and just do that one. Right, loading. Okay, so here we have A, B, C, D, E. Lots of challenges. We just pick one. For instance, let's do this one. Make a shape. All right. Loading. So let's see what we have here. Make shape scene. Now that you have become, have some new blocks, decide what you'd like to draw with them. So you're gonna just pick one of the pictures, okay? You'll try to make one of these pictures. I'm gonna go with this one for the sake of time, because
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and background play. Try 1 month free.
Sure, I'll try it later. Okay. So let's do that. So what do we have in this picture? This piggy, we have black background. So I'm gonna add a background. So I'll start with a background, and then it's gonna be black. Okay, and then run this to check. Yes. Second, I'm gonna add a circle, ellipse. Where is my ellipse? First I fill it with pink. And after that, I'm going to add an ellipse. So ellipse is here. So it's gonna be in the middle. So 200 and 200 is making my circle in the middle. And then it's gonna be sort of a, it's not exactly circle, right? It's oval. So I'm gonna reduce the width. I'll make it maybe 350, but keep the height same. It's gonna make it an oval. And then let's run this. Yes, that's too big. Let's reduce it. Let's say to 150 and 200. And let's see now. There. Now I need to add another circle, like 2 circles here and then one in here that will represent his eyes, its eyes. So I'm going to add a fill, which is going to be black again, and then add 2 sets of ellipses. So 1 ellipse is here. So it's not going to be exactly in the center. It's going to be somewhere in here, guys. So if you guys point at it, it shows you the coordinates. You see it on the left bottom corner here, shows you coordinates here. So look, I'm going to have my eyes there. So it's going to be 152, 168. So 152 here, 152 and 168. 168. And then the width and height will be very small. So let's make it maybe 20 by 20. And then let's see. Yes. All right. Let's move this a bit to the right. So to move it a bit to the right, I need to make it 160. Oops, 160. And then it's going to move it to the right. Just like that. And these eyes seem to be way too big. Let's make them 10 and 10. There we go. Now let's add another ellipse. So we can add another ellipse. We keep the width and height the same, 10, 10. Okay, we're gonna keep the height same as well, 168. But the X will be more than 160 because we wanna have it around here, right? So we're gonna add few numbers on top of 160. 160 represent this one. Since I'm moving it to the right here, I need to add maybe extra 20. So it's gonna be 180. 160 plus 20 is 180. And then let's see where my second eye will, yeah, it's too close. So you have to add it maybe 220. It has to be 220. There we go. Just a little bit more. 230. There we go. And then we add another circle, represent the I don't know how it's called in English. Nose of the pig. What was it called? Yeah, that thing. So fill. So I'm gonna fill. Okay, you see this circle is different, guys. This circle is filled with pink, but it has a border line, right? A border color, which is black. So I'm gonna add let me see if it's recording. Yeah, it is recording. So I made it 60 and 60. And the location will be center. So let's run this and see. You see this nose? That's way too big. Let's make it maybe 40 and 40. And then the stroke is not too wide. So we need to add some stroke. The stroke color is red. And then we need to add stroke weight as well. So apparently it is 3 now. Let's see how it's going to look with 3. You see this line? It's thicker now. So that thickness of your stroke can be adjusted with stroke weight. So you stroke weight 3. You want to make it more thicker? Just make the number 3 into maybe 5. Let's see how it's going to look with 5. Run this. And there you go. All right, let's keep it like that. And then it is too oval. Let's make it circle. It is circle, isn't it? Maybe we play with height, maybe less higher and then more wider. So let's make it 30. There you go. Maybe a little wider. This one becomes 50. Let's make it 45 and 35. There. And then we add 2 dots in it. So for that, we're going to add fill and then make it black and add another ellipse, which is here. So for that one, we're gonna make it close to the center, but slightly to the left. So we keep the height the same. But since my lines will be slightly to the left of the center, we're gonna make it maybe 180. And then these ones are going to be, what was the radius of eyes? 10, 10. Then we're gonna make it 5 and 5. And 5. Yeah, 5 and 5. And then let's see. You see, it's right there. That's too close to the circle line. So let's make it 190. Move it slightly to the right. Because the more number, the bigger number is, the more it's to the right. The smaller number, the more it's to the left corner. Now I'm going to reset this and run it again. And there it is, you see? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best. So ellipse, another ellipse. And then this time I'm going to keep all the numbers the same except the x. Because the only x is changing for the second, right? It's going to be to the right of the first circle. So I'm going to keep this 200. This is going to be 5. This is also 5. And then this one will be a bit to the right of the center, which is 210. Let's reset this there. Right? And now all we have to